What, do you own space? No, NASA does.
Hey, hey, hey!
Who are you? Who are you? You suck! You're a no talent!
Ah! Ah! We know we're under attack! We know it! We're breaking the conditioning!
We love you. You're very special.
That's hot.
Hello, wherever you are.
Like,
I just don't know how to express myself sometimes when I need to be properly different. Fuck.
Have you ever had a dream that you
What's Nickane!
You're pony.
adventure awaits! Huzzah!
Hey loves.
Hey, hey, hey!
Oh my god, the angel is in the picture now.
Hey, hey, hey!
What's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? Piconic! We're back.
Yeah, the angel's in the picture. That's great.
Yeah, we got that angel in there. There's Gabriel. He's on the wall. He's on the conspiracy wall. Soon enough, this will fill up.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'll keep working on it as the episodes continue on. Yeah, welcome back, everybody, for another deep dive. Let me go ahead and get this music
A
down.
spoopy deep dive.
Mm-hmm. There we go. Got the tense music down. Yeah, this one's extra spoopy. We are looking at some creepy old creepypastas. Oof, excuse me. What's up?
Take the thing off.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you guys want to see us, right?
Mm.
Let me go ahead and get this down. Hey!
Dark and spooky.
So we got the lights off for this stream because it's gonna get kind of spooky.
Might I recommend a small taster through the absolute classic that is Sonic.x?
Sonic.x. Oh yeah, I know about Sonic.x. Well, we'll get there. We've got some stuff planned out, and plenty of resources to look into for some creepy stuff. So, let's go ahead and get into our first subject, which is going to be creepypastas in general. Basically, in a nutshell, just creepy stories on the internet.
First, I thought we were gonna do one specific one. Read the story about the girls, play it, and then go back to more.
Is that what you wanted to do, or did you want to just read a couple first and then get into?
We can do that too.
Yeah, that's what I thought, and then we'd have a good taste. We get proper scared, proper spooked.
Proper. You want to take this screen off, baby?
Yep. So let's go ahead and take the
hey.
the background down and the spooky gifs. Take those off, and here we are. We still need some spooky music. If only we had some spooky. We need some spooky music to listen to stuff too. Wait, hang on. Okay, come on YouTube.
I've never been on Creepypasta before.
Also, origins of the word, derived from copypasta, which is in of itself derived from copy-paste, and basically just means a creepy version of a story, usually bad, that would often get copy-pasted on message boards.
Right, exactly.
I gotcha.
Alright, what do we got? Copyright-free music, Halloween music mix.
Royalty-free.
Royalty-free?
Yeah.
This one?
Yeah.
We'll try it out. We'll try this one out.
We'll see what it sounds like.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. We'll have to kind of take it down low, though. It'll just be in the background.
I want it to be Halloween.
I know, right? Let me go close that door real quick, by the way.
Yeah.
Ooh, creepy music. Hope that's not too loud. I might actually take down a little bit more.
SMH, imagine using Chrome in 2021.
Why? What do you use?
Oh, whatever. Chrome is the best.
What do you use?
Chrome is legit.
I only use Chrome.
Firefox baby smiley
Firefox,
face.
yeah. Well, do you have a Mac, June? Do you have a Mac? Because that's usually what's on a Mac. I used Firefox, or Firefox was on my Mac when it worked, but I still used Chrome. I chose Chrome.
Well, anyway. Let's get right into it.
Linux, but I use Firefox just because I can tweak it to be really secure.
Right.
Wait, Linux is a whole computer. It's a computer.
Processing. No, it's a. I mean, it's a operating system.
Okay. Okay. Firefox is cute. It has a little fox on it. Okay, sorry, babe. Let's get into it.
So, I think one of the first ones that we should get into. Do you remember Jeff the Killer?
You're asking me. I've never heard any of these.
No. Okay.
Except Slenderman. I didn't know that was a creepypasta, though. I didn't know Slenderman was a creepypasta.
Yes. Yes. Actually, take this down a little bit more, so you can hear me talk.
Okay.
It'll be in the very faint background. It'll sound good on the video, I think. So, oh, that's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Reboot. Ah, wait, no. Is it this one?
2012. Are you aware that it shows the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
But okay, it's just hard to figure out because there's so many now.
This one apparently takes 31 minutes. Can you do that?
31 minutes.
Of reading time, it says.
Oh my gosh. Wait, appearance and origins. What's the story? Is this one? Is this it? Hang on. Hang on. Okay. Okay, this is it. I'm pretty sure this is it.
Okay.
So this is, sorry, this is the Jeff the Killer creepypasta. So this is just like, you know, back in the day, back in the early days of the internet, you know, these stories would go around.
May want to move chat to the right side for this site.
Oh yeah, true.
You're right. You're right. Good point. What is chat? Put chat right above us.
There you go.
It's probably the best.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's just creepy stories. You know, that's the whole point, right? You know, so just creepy stories on the internet. So people would circulate these stories on like message posting boards and stuff. You know, like even like 4chan, you know, stuff like that. but it was all over the place. And Jeff the Killer was one of the biggest ones. And let's go ahead and get into it.
Yeah. I'm ready.
It says excerpt from a local newspaper. Ominous unknown killer is still at large.
I think the most prominent location was Something Awful, which was actually the birthplace of Slenderman.
Yes, Something Awful. That's right. Yeah, that's the other big one. Almost forgot about Something Awful. After weeks of unexplained murders, the ominous unknown killer is still on the rise. After little evidence had been found, a young boy states that he survived one of the killer's attacks and bravely tells his story. I had a bad dream and I woke up in the middle of the night, says the boy. I saw that for some reason the window was open, even though I remember it being closed before I went to bed. I got up, shut it once more. Afterwards, I crawled under my covers and tried to get back to sleep. That's when I had a strange feeling, like someone was watching me. I looked up, nearly jumped out of my bed. There, in the little ray of light illuminating from behind my curtains, were a pair of two eyes. They weren't regular eyes. They were dark, ominous eyes. They were bordered in black, and just plain out terrified me when I saw his mouth. A long, horrendous smile that made every hair on my body stand up. The figure stood there, watching me. Finally, after what seemed like forever, he said it, a simple phrase, but said it in a way that only a madman could speak. He said, "Go to sleep." I let out a scream. That's what sent him at me. He pulled up a knife, aiming it at my heart. I jumped on top of my bed. I fought him back. I kicked, I punched, I rolled around, trying to knock him off me. That's when my dad busted in. The man threw the knife, and it went into my dad's shoulder. The man probably would have finished him off if one of the neighbors hadn't alerted the police. They drove into the parking lot and ran towards the door. The man turned and ran down the hallway. I heard a smash, like glass breaking. They came out of my room. I saw the window that was pointing towards the back of my house was broken. I looked out to see him vanish into the distance. I can tell you one thing. I will never forget that face. Those cold, evil eyes and that psychotic smile. They'll never leave my head. Police are still on the lookout for this man. If you see anyone that fits this description or the description in the story, please contact your local police department. Alright. And then this is like, so that was like kind of a separate story, by the way. So this little chunk, you know, it's funny. You know, it's kind of like people talk about the Bible, how it's all part of different stories. This is kind of how this is. This little chunk right here was the original Creepypasta, from what I remember. Pretty sure. And then this was, I think, added on as it went on. I could be wrong. But this is actually, imagine right here, this happens before. So all of this
is the edgy origin story, woo.
Right. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's how it went. So this is, so now we're introduced to Jeff. Jeff and this whole segment afterwards all takes place before this story.
Mm-hmm.
So, continuing on. Here, hang on. Before we continue on. Okay. Jeff and his family had just... Is our music still going? It's still going. Sorry. Jeff and his family had just moved into a new neighborhood. His dad had gotten a promotion at work, and they thought it would be best to live in one of those fancy neighborhoods. Jeff and his brother, Liu, that guy, couldn't complain though. A new, better house. What was not to love? As they were getting unpacked, one of their neighbors came by. "Hello," she said. "I'm Barbara. I live across the street from you." "Well, I just wanted to introduce myself and to introduce my son." She turns around and calls her boy over. "Billy, these are our new neighbors." Billy said hi and ran back to play in his yard. "Well," Jeff's mom. Sorry. "Well," said Jeff's mom, "I'm Margaret. And this is my husband Peter, and my two sons, Jeff and that guy." They introduced themselves. I'm gonna call him L from now on. And then Barbara.
Lou.
Lou. Okay. They each introduced themselves, and then Barbara invited them to her son's birthday. Jeff and his brother were about to object, but their mother said they would love to. When Jeff and his family were done packing, Jeff went up to his mom. Mom, why would you invite me to some kid's party? If you hadn't noticed, I'm not some dumb kid. Sorry. Get this positioned. Jeff, said his mother, we just moved here. We should show that we want to spend time with our neighbors. Now we're going to that party, and that's final. Jeff started to talk but stopped himself, knowing that he couldn't do anything. Whenever his mom said anything, it was final. He walked up to his room, plopped down on his bed. He sat there looking at his ceiling when suddenly he got a weird feeling. Not so much pain, but a weird feeling. He dismissed it as just some random feeling. He heard his mother calling him downstairs to get his stuff. He walked down to get it. The next day, Jeff walked downstairs to get breakfast and got ready for school. He sat there eating his breakfast. He once again got that feeling. This time it was stronger. It gave him a slight tugging pain, but once again he dismissed it. As he and Lou finished breakfast, they walked down to the bus stop. I sat there waiting for the bus, and then all of a sudden, some kid on a skateboard jumped over them, only inches above their laps. They both jumped back in surprise. Hey, what the hell? The kid landed and turned back to them. He kicked his skateboard up and caught it with his hands. The kid seemed to be about 12, 1 year younger than Jeff. He wore an Aeropostale shirt with ripped blue jeans. Well, well, well. Looks like we've got some new meat. Suddenly 2 other kids appeared. One was super skinny and the other one was huge. Well, since you're here, I'd like to introduce... hang on. I hate when that happens and I lose my...
Since you're new here, up the second line up top.
I'd like to introduce ourselves. Over there is Keith. Jeff and Lou looked over to the skinny kid. He had a dopey face that you would expect a sidekick to have. And he's Troy. And they looked over at the fat kid. Talk about a tub of lard. This kid looked like he hadn't exercised since he was crawling. And I, said the first kid, am Randy.
Randy.
Randy. Now, for all the kids in the neighborhood, there's a small price for bus fare, if you catch my drift. Lou stood up, ready to punch the lights out of this kid's eyes when one of his friends pulled a knife on him. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Sorry, I never know how to do that. Like a, what's a girl? Cisco girl, or whatever. Anyway, tisk, tisk, tisk. I had hoped you would be more cooperative. But it seems we must do this the hard way. The kid walked up to Lou and took his wallet out of his pocket. Jeff got that feeling again. That was truly strong, a burning sensation. He stood up, but Lou gestured him to sit down. Jeff ignored him and walked up to the kid. Listen here, you little punk. Give me back my bro's wallet or else. Randy put the wallet in his pocket and pulled out his own knife. Oh, what will you do? Just as he finished the sentence, Jeff popped the kid on the nose. As Randy reached for his face, Jeff grabbed the kid's wrist and broke it. Randy screamed, and Jeff grabbed the knife from his hand. Troy and Keith rushed Jeff, but Jeff was too quick. He threw Randy to the ground. Keith lashed out, but Jeff ducked and stabbed him. Stabbed him in the arm. Keith dropped his knife, fell to the ground screaming. Troy rushed too, but Jeff didn't even need the knife. He just pushed Troy straight in the stomach. Punched Troy straight in the stomach. Troy went down. As he fell over, he puked all over. Sorry. Lou could do nothing but look in amazement at Jeff. Jeff, how do you? Was all he said. They saw the bus coming and they knew they'd be blamed for the whole thing. So they started running as fast as they could. As they ran, they looked back and saw the bus driver rushing over to Randy and the others. As Jeff and Lou made it to school, they didn't dare talk about what happened. All they did was sit down and listen. Lou just thought of what am I saying? Lou just thought of that as his brother beating up a few kids. But Jeff knew it was more. Okay. It was something else. Scary. As he got that feeling, he felt how powerful he was. The urge to just hurt someone. He didn't like how it sounded, but he couldn't help feeling happy. He felt the strange feeling go away and stay away for the entire day of school. Even as he walked home due to the whole thing near the bus stop and how he probably wouldn't be taking the bus anymore, he felt happy. When he got home, his parents asked him how his day was, and he said in a somewhat ominous voice, "It was a wonderful day."
Yeah, he's a psychopath.
Next morning, he heard a knock at the front door. He walked down to find 2 police officers at the door. His mother looked back at him with an angry look. "Jeff, these officers tell me that you attacked 3 kids, that it wasn't regular fighting and they were stabbed. Stabbed, son." Jeff's gaze fell to the floor, showing his mother that it was true. "Mom, they were the ones who pulled the knives on me and Lou." "Son," said one of the cops, "we found 3 kids, 2 stabbed, 1 having a bruise on his stomach, and we have witnesses proving that you fled the scene. Now, what does that tell us?" Jeff knew it was no use. He could say him and Lou had been attacked, but then there was no proof, and it was not them who attacked first. They couldn't say that they were fleeing. They couldn't say that they weren't fleeing because truth be told, they were. So God, I'm butchering this. So Jeff couldn't defend himself or Lou. "Son, calm down your brother." Jeff could. Calm down your brother. Jeff couldn't do it since it was.
This is so scary.
So scary. I know. Jeff couldn't do it since it was he who beat up all the kids. Sir, it was me. I was the one who beat up all the kids. Lou tried to hold me back, but he couldn't stop me. The cop looked at his partner and they both nodded. "Well, kid, looks like a year in juvie." "Wait," said Lou. They all looked to him, holding the knife. The officers pulled their guns, locked them on Lou. "It was me. I beat up those little punks. Have the marks to prove it." He lifted up his sleeves to reveal cuts and bruises, as if it was a struggle. "Son, just put the knife down," said the officer. Lou held up the knife, dropped it to the ground. He put his hands up, walked over to the cops. "No, Lou, it was me. I did it." Jeff had tears running down his face. Poor bro. Trying to take the blame for what I did. Well, take me away." The police led Lou out to the patrol car. "Lou, tell them it was me. Tell them. I was the one who beat up those kids." Jeff's mother put her hand on his shoulder. "Jeff, please, you don't have to lie. We know it's Lou. You can stop." Jeff watched helplessly as the car sped off with Lou inside. A few minutes later, Jeff's dad pulled up into the driveway, seeing Jeff's face and knowing something was wrong. Son, what is it?" Jeff couldn't answer. His vocal cords were strained from crying. Instead, Jeff's mother walked his father inside to break the bad news to him as Jeff wept in the driveway. After an hour or so, Jeff walked back in the house, seeing that his parents were both shocked, sad, and disappointed. He couldn't look at them. He couldn't see how they thought of Lou when it was his fault. He just went to sleep, trying to get the whole thing off his mind. 2 days went by, with no word from Lou at JDC. No friends to hang out with, nothing but sadness and guilt. That is until Saturday, when Jeff was woken up by his mother with a happy, sunshiny face. "Jeff, it's the day," she said when she opened up all the curtains and let the lead fly into his room. What's today?" asked Jeff as he stirs awake. "Why, it's Billy's party." He was now fully awake. "Mom, you're joking, right? You don't expect me to go to some kid's party after..." There was a long pause. "Jeff, we both know what happened. I think this party could be the thing that brightens up the past days. Now get dressed." Jeff's mother walked out of the room and downstairs to get ready herself. He fought himself to get up. He picked out a random shirt and a pair of jeans and walked downstairs. He saw his mother and father all dressed up, his mother in a dress and his father in a suit. He thought, why would they ever wear such fancy clothes to a kid's party? "Son, is that all you're going to wear?" said Jeff's mom. "Better than wearing too much," he said. His mother pushed down the feeling to yell at him and headed it with a smile. "Now, Jeff, we may be overdressed, but this is how you go if you want to make an impression," said his father. Jeff grunted, went back up to his room. "I don't have any fancy clothes," he yelled downstairs. Just pick out something," called his mother. He looked around in his closet for a while, for what he would call fancy. He found a pair of black dress pants that he had for special occasions and an undershirt. He couldn't find a shirt to go with it, though. He looked around and found only striped and patterned shirts, none of which go with dress pants. Finally, he found a white hoodie and put it on. You're wearing that? They both said. His mother looked at her watch. Oh, no time to change. Let's go, she said as she herded Jeff and his father out the door. They crossed the street over to Barbara and Billy's house. They knocked on the door, and it appeared that Barbara, just like his parents, Barbara was way overdressed. As they walked inside, all Jeff could see were adults, no kids. Kids are out in the yard, Jeff. How about you go out and meet some of them, said Barbara. Jeff walked out in the yard full of kids. They were running around in weird cowboy costumes and shooting at each other with plastic guns. Might as well be standing in a Toys R Us. Suddenly a kid came up to him and handed him a toy gun and a hat. Hey, wanna play? He said. No, kid, I'm too old for this stuff. He looked at the kid, and the kid looked at him with weird puppy dog face. Please, said the kid. Fine, said Jeff. He put on the hat and started to pretend to shoot at the kids. At first, he thought it was totally ridiculous, but then he started actually having fun. Might not have been super cool. It's the first time he'd done something since that took his mind off of Lou. So he played with the kids for a while until he heard a noise, a weird rolling noise, and then it hit him. Randy, Troy, and Keith all jumped over the fence on their skateboards. Jeff dropped the fake gun and ripped off the hat. Randy looked at Jeff with a burning hatred. Hello, Jeff, is it? He said. We have some unfinished business. Jeff saw his bruised nose. I think we're even. Wait, is this Jeff talking?
Yeah.
Okay, I think we're even. Beat the crap out of you. You get my brother sent to JDC. Randy got an angry look in his face. Oh no, I don't go for even. I go for winning. You may have kicked our asses that way one day, but not today. As he said that, Randy
This guy doesn't understand the concept of new speaker equals new paragraph.
No, yeah. It's kind of hard. The writing is like, you can tell it was written by somebody that I think was younger. Still good, though. Anyway, where were we? As he said that, Randy rushed at Jeff. They both fell to the ground. Both fell to the ground. Randy punched Jeff in the nose. Jeff grabbed him by the ears and headbutted him. Jeff pushed Randy off of him, and both rose to their feet. Kids were screaming and parents were running out of the house. Troy and Keith were pulled guns out of their pockets. No one interrupts or guts will fly, they said. Randy pulled a knife on Jeff and stabbed it into his shoulder. Jeff screamed and fell onto his knees. Randy started kicking him in the face. After 3 kicks, Jeff grabs his foot and twists it, causing Randy to fall to the ground. Jeff stood up and walked towards the back door. Troy grabbed him. Need some help? Picked Jeff up by the back of the collar and throws him through the patio door. As Jeff tries to stand up, he's kicked down to the ground. Randy repeatedly starts kicking Jeff until he starts to cough up blood. Come on, Jeff, fight me. He picks Jeff up and throws him into the kitchen. Randy sees a bottle of vodka on the counter and smashes the glass over Jeff's head. Fight! He throws Jeff back into the living room. Come on, Jeff, look at me. Jeff glances up, his face riddled with blood. I was the one who got your brother sent to JDC, and now you're just going to sit there and let him rot in there for a whole year? You should be ashamed. Jeff starts to get up. Oh, finally, you stand up and fight. Jeff is now to his feet, blood and vodka on his face. Once again, he gets that strange feeling, the one in his heart, the one that he hasn't felt for a while. Finally, he's up, says Randy, as he runs at Jeff. That's when it happens. Something inside Jeff snaps. His psyche is destroyed. All rational thinking is gone. All he can do is kill. He grabs Randy and pile drives him into the ground. He gets on top of him and punches him straight in the heart. The punch causes Randy's heart to stop. As Randy gasps for breath, Jeff hammers down on him, punch after punch, blood gushing from Randy's body until he takes one final breath and dies. Everyone is looking at Jeff now. The parents, the crying kids, even Troy and Keith, although they easily break from their gaze and point their guns at Jeff. Jeff sees the guns trained on him and runs to the stairs. As he runs, Troy and Keith let out fire on him, each shot missing. Jeff runs up the stairs, and he hears Troy and Keith following behind. As they let out their final rounds of bullets, Jeff ducks into the bathroom. He grabs the toilet rack and rips it off the wall. Troy and Keith race in, knives ready. Troy swings his knife at Jeff, who backs away and bangs the toilet rack into Troy's face. Troy goes down hard. Now all that's left is Keith. He's more agile than Troy, though, and ducks when Jeff swings the towel rack. He dropped his knife and grabbed Jeff by the neck. He pushed him into the wall. A thing of bleach fell down on top of him from the top shelf. It burnt both of them, and they were both starting to scream. Jeff wiped his eyes as best as he could. He pulled the towel rack back and swung it straight into Keith's head. As he lay there bleeding to death, he let out an ominous smile. "What's so funny?" asked Jeff. Keith pulled out a lighter and switched it on. "What's funny," he said, "is that you're covered in bleach and alcohol." Jeff's eyes widened as Keith threw the lighter at him. As soon as the flame made contact with him, the flames ignited the alcohol in the vodka. While the alcohol burned him, the bleach bleached his skin. Yep, that's what bleach does. Jeff let out a terrible scream as he caught on fire. He tried to roll out the fire, but it was no use. The alcohol had made him a walking inferno. He ran down the hall and fell... God, I'm butchering this.
You're doing great, babe.
Ran down the hall and fell down the stairs. Everybody started screaming as they saw Jeff, now a man on fire, drop to the ground.
Wait, they were in a
nearly
bathroom.
dead.
Why not just turn the fucking shower on?
It's a great question. It's a great fucking question. The last thing Jeff saw was his mother and other parents trying to extinguish the flame. That's when he passed out. When Jeff woke up, he had a cast wrapped around his face. He couldn't see anything, but he felt a cast on his shoulder and stitches all over his body. He tried to stand up, but he realized that there was some tube in his arm, and when he tried to get up, it fell out, and the nurse rushed in. "I don't think you can get out of bed just yet," she said, and she put him back in the bed and reinserted the tube. Jeff sat there with no vision, no idea of what his surroundings were. Finally, after hours, he heard his mother. "Honey, are you okay?" she asked Jeff. Jeff couldn't answer, though. His face was covered, and he was unable to speak. "Oh, honey, I have great news. After all the witnesses told the police that Randy confessed of trying to attack you, they decided to let Lou go." This made Jeff almost bolt up, stopping halfway, remembering the tube coming out of his arm. "We'll be out by tomorrow, and then you two will be able to be together again." Jeff's mother hugs Jeff and says her goodbyes. The next couple of weeks were those where Jeff was visited by his family. It came the day when the bandages were to be removed. His family members were all there to see it, what he would look like. As doctors unwrapped the bandages from Jeff's face, everyone was on the edges of their seat. They waited until the last bandage holding the cover over his face was almost removed. "Let's hope for the best," said the doctor. Oh, that's always great.
Yeah.
He quickly pulls the cloth, letting the rest fall from Jeff's face. Jeff's mother screams at the sight of his face. Lou and Jeff's dad stare awestruck at his face. What? What happened to my face?" Jeff said. He rushed out of bed and ran to the bathroom. He looked in the mirror and saw the cause of the distress. His face, it's horrible. His lips were burnt to a deep shade of red. His face was turned into a pure white color, and his hair singed from brown to black. He slowly put his hand to his face. It had sort of a leathery feel to it now. He looked back at his family, and then back at the mirror. "Jeff," said Lou, "it's not that bad." "Not that bad," said Jeff. "It's perfect." His family was equally surprised. Jeff started laughing uncontrollably. His parents noticed that his left eye and hand were twitching. Jeff, are you okay?" "Okay. I've never felt more happy. Ha, 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 ha. Ah!" You need to get the Joker laugh. "Look at me. This face goes perfectly with me." He couldn't stop laughing. He stroked his face, feeling it, looking at it in the mirror. What caused this? Well, you may recall that when Jeff was fighting Randy,
Oh God, I'm imagining Jeff saying we live in a society.
We live in a society. Yep. Yeah, something in his mind, his sanity snapped. Now he was left as a crazy killing machine that is his parents didn't know. God, this is so broken. Now he was left. Okay, whatever. "Doctor," said Jeff's mom, "is my son all right? No? In the head?" "Oh yes, this behavior is typical for patients that have taken very large amounts of painkillers. If his behavior doesn't change in the next few weeks, bring him back here. We'll give him a psychological test. Oh, thank you, doctor. Jeff's mom went over to the doctor. Jeff, sweetie, it's time to go. Jeff looks away from the mirror. His face still formed into a crazy smile. Okay, mommy. Ha 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 ha. His mother took him by the shoulder and took him to get his clothes. This is what came in, said the lady at the desk. This is what came in. Okay, whatever. Jeff's mom looked down to see the black dress pants and white hoodie her son wore. Now they were clean of blood, but still. Now they were
stitched together.
And now stitched together. Okay. Jeff's mother led him to his room and made him put his clothes on. Then they left, not knowing that that this was their final day of life. Later that night, Jeff's mother woke to a sound coming from the bathroom. It sounded as if someone was crying. She slowly walked over to see what it was. When she looked into the bathroom, she saw a horrendous sight. Jeff had taken a knife and carved a smile into his cheeks.
Did this come out before? No.
Yeah, it did.
I mean, but Batman was here longer than this creepypasta.
I'll have to check it out. Jeff, what are you doing? Asked his mother. Jeff looked over at his mother. I couldn't keep smiling, Mommy. It hurt after a while. Now I can smile forever. Jeff's mother noticed his eyes, ringed in black. Jeff, your eyes!
Did she just ask if this pasta came out before Batman?
Leave me alone, June.
Well, not like before Batman ever came out, but did the Joker do that in the comics, or was that only for the the movie? Either way. What do you say? I couldn't see my face. I got tired and my eyes started to close. I burned out my eyelids so I could see myself forever.
I think the Joker's fucked up face was from falling into acid.
No, but didn't he do the same thing where he cut his...
No, that's
Dark Knight?
That's Two-Face.
Yeah, that's Two-Face. No, Joker was the one who he cut his cheeks into a smile as well. I don't know if one...
I thought I remembered it from the cartoon Batman, but I don't. Maybe not.
Maybe.
Go ahead.
But,
That's why I tried to stop myself in the middle of it, because I knew it was a stupid
I
question.
haven't seen Dark KNGIHT. I just know the traditional Joker story.
Right. Yeah, that's what he says in that movie. Jeff's mother slowly started to back away, seeing that her son was going insane. What's wrong, Mommy? Aren't I beautiful? Yes, son, she said. Yes, you are. Let me go get Daddy so he can see your face. She ran into the room and shook Jeff's dad from his sleep. Honey, get the gun. She stopped as she saw Jeff in the doorway, holding a knife. Mommy, you lied. That's the last thing they hear as Jeff rushes them with the knife, gutting both of them.
Oh my God.
His brother Lou woke up, startled by some noise. He didn't hear anything else, so he just shut his eyes and tried to go back to sleep. As he was on the border of slumber, he got the strangest feeling that someone was watching him. He looked up before Jeff's hand covered his mouth. He slowly raised the knife, ready to plunge it into Lou.
Too?
Lou thrashed here and there, trying to escape Jeff's grip. Shh, Jeff said. Just go to sleep.
Wow.
You know, that whole copy pasta was accompanied originally
God,
by
I
a
forgot
picture.
how shitty that story is.
Yeah, it's a pretty shit story, to be honest. But this is the original Jeff the Killer picture
Gotcha.
of what Jeff was supposed to look like.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with bleach. It'll bleach your skin.
Bleach your skin white as shit, right? But yeah. Pretty nuts.
Well, I'm gonna get a drink refill and use the potty, and I'll be back.
Okay. Then I will go ahead and get
Wait,
the next
Earl.
one.
Yep. I'm waiting.
What do you rate Jeff the Killer out of 10?
Probably a 4.
Here, tell you what. Let's do this. You want to take a quick break?
A 4 is fair. You'd say a 3.
Let's say 3, yeah.
Okay.
Right. Well, real quick, let's do this. We're gonna take like a super quick mini break. Just need to go use the bathroom. I need to use the bathroom too.
I feel like tonight will be a long stream, so it's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll be right back. But it'll only be a minute.
We'll be back, June. You go to the bathroom, get snacks or whatever.
Yep.
But we'll be right back, like 5 minutes.
Yep. Give us. Oh, sorry. We'll keep the creepy music on.
Yeah, keep that on.
Be right back.
A list of some classic pastas for later exploration. Russian sleep experiment, abandoned by Disney, Suicide Mouse, Squidward's Suicide, The Rake, Smile Dog, No End House, Candle Cove, Ben Drowned. Also Godzilla-ness is rad as hell.
What, do you own space? No, NASA does.
Sucker! Sucker!
Joe Biden, wake up. 9/11.
Hello, wherever you are.
Like,
Funimouth is pretty rad too. One you can run through super quickly is the Bongchen Dong Ghost, https://www.webtoons.com/n/thriller/chiller/bongchen-dong.
Diabetes.
All right. We're
Sorry,
back.
Giles. I love that.
All right, we should be good to go.
Also, June, I think we are going to read Ben Drowned next.
Yes, Been Drowned, I think, is the proper thing to go into next. Also, we got
Sorry, Giles.
creepy music.
There's
stuff.
also, she said, one you can run through super quickly is the Bongchen Dong Ghost.
I don't think I've...
The thing with Ben Drowned is you gotta make sure to watch the accompanying videos.
Oh, there are videos. I'm okay with that.
We do that, yeah.
I want to watch videos.
Is Ben Drowned long, though? I can't remember if Ben Drowned is long.
Hey, Zoe.
I feel
Zoe
like
was
it isn't that
outside.
long. Oh, she was?
Yeah. She was chilling on
Also,
the car.
if you do the BCD Ghost, make sure audio for the tab ISNT blocked.
Okay. Make sure audio for the tab is Didn't know you could block. Come on.
Wait, hang on a second. Well, this might be longer than expected. We could just do a couple of these parts.
Oh,
Or we
I
could
want
just
to
do
watch videos.
Or we could
though.
just do part 1. There's a video that accompanies it, so we gotta we've gotta read this and then watch the video.
Okay. We can do that.
You wanted to? We'll do part 1 first and see what happens. Okay. What?
Wrong screen.
Oh yeah. Okay. Sorry, everybody. We got to get back to the screen. Oh Lord. Where am I going? What's going on?
Deep dive.
Hello, everybody.
Back in this spoopy room.
Back.
Zoe's right beneath us, and she's looking at whose lap she can jump up onto.
Come on, Zoe. Come on, Zoe. She's like, you don't got enough space on your lap, Dad. She's like, I don't see enough property on Dad's lap to sit down. Get my microphone over here better. There we go. Okay. All right. You ready?
Mm-hmm.
So, this has been Drowned, Part 1, Day 4. Okay, X, which is, by the way, it's a conspiracy board on 4chan.
Oh, okay.
Which is where I think this originated. It says, I need your help with this. This is not Creepypasta. This is a long read. But I feel like my safety or well-being could very well depend on this. This video game related specifically Majora's Mask. Wait, this is video game related specifically Majora's Mask. And this is the creepiest shit that has ever
You're
happened.
playing Majora's Mask right now.
Oh, it gets even spookier. Having said, wait, yeah, it's the creepiest shit that has ever happened to me in my entire life. Having said that, I recently moved into my dorm room starting as a sophomore in
Also,
college.
can you lower the music a little bit?
Oh, yeah. It's getting kind of loud, isn't it?
That should be good.
That should be perfect. Keep going to the wrong tabs. Okay. I recently moved into my dorm room starting as a sophomore in college, and a friend of mine gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play. Come on.
There we go.
There she is. Zoe. Look, she's on cam. You smell like a cat that's been in the sun.
Yeah.
She's got that warm...
The cat who will keep you safe from the spookies.
Yes.
And she's also gonna rub up against my microphone.
Is that Chloe?
Mm-hmm.
Zoe.
Zoe. Chloe. Basically. Sorry, Zoe. I gotta keep the cord away from you.
Well, she thinks you're trying to pet her.
Exactly. Okay, there we go. Alright. Back to the story. So, I recently moved into my dorm room, starting as a sophomore in college, and a friend gave me his old Nintendo 64 to play. I was stoked, to say the least. I could finally play all those old games of my youth that I hadn't touched in at least a decade. His Nintendo 64 came with one yellow controller and a rather shoddy copy of Super Smash Bros. And while beggars can't be choosers, needless to say, it didn't take me long until I became bored of beating up to level 9 CPUs. Understand that. That weekend, I decided to drive around a few neighborhoods about 20 miles or so off campus, hitting up local garage sales, hoping to score on some good deals from ignorant parents. I ended up picking up a copy of Pokemon Stadium, GoldenEye, F-Zero, and 2 other controllers for $2. Satisfied, I began to drive out of the neighborhood when one last house caught my attention. Still have no idea why. There was no cars there, and only one table was set up with some random junk on it. But something sort of drew me there. I usually trust my gut on those feelings, and as I got out of my car, I was greeted by an old man. His outward appearance was, for lack of better words, displeasing. It was odd. If you asked me to tell you why I thought he was displeasing, I really couldn't pinpoint anything. There was just something about him that put me on the edge. I can't explain it. All I can tell you is if it wasn't in the middle of the afternoon and there was other people still within shouting distance, I would have not even thought of approaching this man. He flashed a crooked smile at me and asked what I was looking for, and I immediately noticed that he must be blind in one of his eyes. His right eye had that glazed over look about it. I forced myself to look into his left eye instead, trying not to offend, and asked him if he had any older video games. I already wondered. God damn. I was already wondering how I could politely excuse myself from the situation when he would tell me he had no idea what a video game was, but to my surprise, he said that he had a. Oh, I'm butchering this. From the situation when he would tell me he had no idea what a video game was, but to my surprise, he said he had a few ones in an old box. He assured me he'd be back in a jiffy, and turned to head into the garage. As I watched him hobble away, I couldn't help but notice what he was selling on the table. Littered across this table were rather peculiar paintings, various artworks that looked like little ink blots that a psychiatrist might show you. Curious, I looked through them. It was obvious why no one was visiting this guy's garage sale. These weren't exactly aesthetically pleasing. As I came to the last one, for some reason it looked almost like Majora's Mask. Same heart-shaped body with little spikes around or protruding around outward. Initially, I just thought that since I was secretly hoping to find that game at the garage sales, some Freudian bullshit was projecting itself into the ink blots. But given the events that happened afterwards, I'm not so sure now. I should have asked the man about it. I wish I would never ask the man about it. Oh, I wish I would have asked the man about it. After staring at the Majora-shaped blot, I looked up and the old man was suddenly there again, arm's length in front of me, smiling at me. I'll admit I jumped out of reflex, but I laughed nervously as he handed me a Nintendo 64 cartridge. It was the standard gray color, except that someone had written Majora on it in black permanent marker. I got butterflies in my stomach as I realized that what a coincidence this was. and asked him how much he wanted for it. The old man smiled at me, told me that I could have it for free. It used to belong to a kid who was about my age that didn't live here anymore. There was something weird about how he phrased, how the man phrased that, but I didn't really pay any attention to that. But I didn't really pay any attention to then. It says to then. Probably to it then, yeah. I was too caught up in not only finding this game, but also getting it for free. I reminded myself to be a bit skeptical, since this looked like a pretty shady cartridge and there's no guarantee it would work. But then the optimist inside of me interjected that maybe it was some kind of beta version or pirated version of the game. It was all I needed to be back on Cloud 9. I thanked the man, and the man smiled at me, wished me well, saying, "Goodbye then." At least that's what it sounded like to me. All the way in the car ride home, I had hanging doubt that the man had said something else. My fears were confirmed when I booted up the game, and to my surprise, it worked just fine. There was one save file named Ben. "Goodbye, Ben," he was saying. "Goodbye, Ben." I felt bad for the man, obviously a grandparent, obviously going senile. But I, for some reason or another, reminded him of his grandson, Ben. Out of curiosity, I looked at the save file. Eyeballing it, I could tell that he was pretty far in the game. He had almost all the masks and 3 out of the 4 remains of the bosses. Damn, he was pretty far. I noticed that he had used an owl statue to save his game. He's on day 3 and by the Stone Tower Temple. Fuck that place. With hardly an hour left before the moon would crash. I remember thinking that it was a shame that he had come so close to beating the game, but he never finished it. I made a new file named Link out of tradition, and started the game, ready to relive my childhood. For such a shady-looking cartridge, I was impressed at how smoothly it ran. Literally just like a retail copy of the game save for a few minor hiccups. What is this? Here and there, like textures being where they shouldn't be, random flashes of cutscenes at odd intervals, but nothing too bad. However, the one thing that was a little unnerving was that at times the NPCs would call me Link, and other times they would call me Ben. I figured it was just a bug, a fluke in the programming, causing our files to get mixed up or something. It did kind of creep me out, though after a while, and it was around after I had beaten the Woodfall Temple that I regrettably went into the save file and deleted Ben. I had intended to preserve the file just out of respect of the game's original owner. It's not like I needed the 2 files anyway, hoping that would solve the problem. It did, and it didn't. Now NPCs would call me anything where my name should be in the dialogue. There was just a blank space. My save file name was still Link though. Frustrated, and with homework to do, I put the game down for a day. Started playing the game again last night, getting the Lens of Truth, and working on my way towards completing the Snowhead Temple. Now some of you more hardcore Majora's Mask players know about the 4th day glitch. For those who don't, you can Google it. But the gist of it is that right as the clock hits about 000 on the final day, you can talk to the astronomer, look through the telescope. If you time it right, if you time it right, the countdown. Okay, if you time it right, the countdown disappears, and you essentially have another day to finish whatever you were doing. Deciding to do the glitch to try and finish the Snowhead Temple, I happened to get it right on the first try. Pog. And the time counter at the bottom disappeared. However, when I pressed B to exit the telescope instead of being greeted by the astronomer, I found myself in the Majora boss fight room. At the end of the game, the trippy boxed-in area, staring at Skull Kid hovering over me. There was no sound, just him floating in air above me. The background music was which was regular for that area, but still creepy. Immediately, my palms began to sweat. This was definitely not normal. Skull Kid never appeared here. I tried moving around the area, and no matter where I went, Skull Kid would always be facing me, looking at me, not saying anything. Nothing would happen though, and this kept up for 60 around 60 seconds. I thought the game had bugged or something, but I was beginning to doubt that very much. I was able to reach for the reset button when text appeared on my screen. You're not sure why, but you apparently had a reservation. I instantly recognized that text. You get that message when you get the room key from Angie at the Stockpot Inn. But why is it playing here? I refused to entertain the notion that it was almost as if the game was trying to communicate with me. I started navigating the room again, testing to see if there was some sort of trigger that enabled me to interact with something here. Then I realized how stupid I was. To even think that someone could reprogram the game like this was absurd. Sure enough, 15 seconds later, another message popped up on the screen. And again, like the first one, it was a pre-existing phrase. Go to the lair of the temple's boss? Yes or no? I paused for a second, contemplating what I should press and how the game would interact or would react. When I realized that I couldn't select no. Taking a breath, I pressed yes, and the screen faded to white with the words "Dawn of a New Day" and the subtext beneath it. Where I was ported to filled me with the most intense sense of dread and impending fear I had ever experienced. The only way I can describe the way I felt here is having this feeling of inexplicable depression on a profound scale. I'm normally not a depressed person, but the way I felt here was a feeling that I didn't even know existed. It was such a twisted, powerful presence that seemed to wash over me. I appeared in some kind of weird Twilight Zone version of Clocktown. I walked out of the clock tower, as you normally do when you start from day one, only to find that all the inhabitants were gone. Usually with the fourth day glitch, you can still find the guards and the dog that runs around outside the tower. This time, they were all gone. What replaced them was the ominous feeling that there was something out there in the same area as me and that it was watching me. I had 4 hearts to my name and the hero's bow, but at that point I wasn't even considered for my avatar. I felt that I personally was in some kind of danger. Perhaps the most chilling thing was the music. It was the Song of Healing, ripped straight from the game itself, but played in reverse. The music would get louder, building up so as if to expect something to pop out at you, but nothing ever did, and the constant loop began to wear on my mental state. Every now and again, I would hear the faint laugh of the happy mask salesman in the background, just quiet enough so that I wasn't sure if I was hearing things, but just loud enough to keep me determined to find them. I looked in all 4 zones of the clock tower, or the clock town, only to find nothing, no one. Textures were missing. West Clock Town had me walking on air. The entire area felt broken, helplessly broken. As the reverse Song of Healing repeated for what must have been the 50th time, I just remember standing in the middle of South Clock Town, realizing that I had never felt so alone in a video game before. As I walked through the ghost town, I didn't know whether it was the combination of the out-of-place textures and the atmosphere and the haunting melody of one of the most peaceful and soothing songs being butchered and distorted, but I was literally on the verge of tears and I had no idea why. I hardly ever cry. Something had gripped me here in the powerful sense of depression that was both foreign and crippling. I tried leaving Clocktown, but every time I attempted to zone out, the screen would fade to black, and I would just zone into another part of Clocktown. I tried playing my ocarina. I wanted to escape, and I did not want to be there. But every time I played the Song of Time or the Song of Soaring, it would only say, "Your notes echo far, but nothing happens." By this point, it was obvious the game didn't want me to leave, but I had no idea what was keeping me there. It didn't want me to go inside the buildings. I felt that I would be too vulnerable there to... I didn't want to go inside the buildings. I felt like I would be too vulnerable there to whatever I was terrified of. I don't know why, but I came up with the idea that maybe if I drowned myself at the laundry pool, I could spawn somewhere else and leave this place. As I zoned in and ran towards the pool, that's when it happened. Link grabbed his head, and the screen flashed for a brief moment of the happy mask salesman smiling at me, not Link. Me with Skull Kid's scream playing in the background, and when the screen returned, I was staring at the Link statue from playing the song Elegy of Emptiness. I hate that word, elegy. I screamed as the things just stared back at me with a haunting facial expression. I turned around and ran out back into South Clocktown, and to my horror the fucking statue followed me in, and the only way I could compare this is like the weeping angels from Doctor Who. Every so often, at random intervals, the animation would play of the statue appearing behind me. It was like the thing was chasing me, or I don't even want to fucking say, haunting me. By this point, I was on the verge of hysterics. But not even once did the thought of turning off the console occur to me. I don't know why. I was so wrapped up in it. The terror felt all too real. I tried to shake the statue, but it would literally appear right behind me every single time. Link started to begin to make weird animations I had never seen him do before. He would flail his arms around or spasm randomly, and the screen would cut to the happy mask salesman smiling again for a brief moment before I was face to face with the fucking statue again. I ended up running into the Swordsmaster's dojo, and ran to the back. I don't know why, but in panic I just wanted some kind of assurance that I was not alone there. To my dismay, I found no one, but as I turned to leave, the statue cornered me in the cubby in the back. Yes, there he is. I tried attacking the statue with my sword, but to no avail. Confused and backed into a corner, I just stared at the statue, waiting for it to kill me. Suddenly the screen flashed back to the happy mask salesman, and Link turned to face my screen, standing upright, mirroring the statue, looking at me along with his copy. Literally staring at me. Whatever was left of the fourth wall was completely shattered, while I ran out of the dojo terrified. Suddenly the game warped me to an underground tunnel, and the reverse song of healing queued up again, and I was given a brief moment of rest before the statue started appearing behind me again. This time aggressively. I could only take a few steps before it would summon behind me again. I hurriedly made my way out of the castle, or out of the tunnel, appeared in southern Clocktown. As I ran aimlessly in sheer panic, suddenly a Redead screamed, and the screen faded to black as dawn of a new day and appeared again. The screen faded in, and I was standing on top of Clock Tower with the Skull Kid hovering over me again, silent. I looked up and the moon was back, looming just meters above my head, but the Skull Kid was just stared at me hauntingly with that fucking mask. A new song was playing. The Stone Tower Temple theme played, in reverse. In some sort of desperate attempt, I equipped my bow and fired off a shot at the Skull Kid. It actually hit him, and he played an animation of him reeling, back. I fired again, and on the third arrow, a text box appeared saying, "That won't do you any good, hee hee." And I was picked up off the ground, levitated upwards on my back, and then Link screamed as he burst into flames, instantly killing him.
Jesus.
I jumped when this happened. I'd never seen this move used by anyone in the game, and Skull Kid himself didn't have any moves. As the death screen played, my lifeless body still burning. The Skull Kid laughed, and the screen faded to black, only to have me reappear in the same place. I decided to charge him, but the same thing happened. Link's body was lifted off the ground by some unknown force, and he immediately burst into flames again, killing him. This time, during the death screen, the faint sound of the reverse song of healing could be heard. On my third and final try, I noticed that there was no music playing this time, that all there was an eerie silence. I remembered that in the original encounter with the Skull Kid, you were supposed to use the ocarina to either travel back in time or summon the giants. I attempted to play the Song of Time, but before I could hit the last note, Link's body once again horrifically exploded into flames, and he died. As the death screen neared its end, I began to chug, as if the cartridge was trying to it began to chug, as if the cartridge was trying to process a lot of something. When the scream came to, it was the same scene as the first 3 times, except this time Link was lying on the ground dead in a position that I had never seen in this game before, his head tilted towards the camera, with the Skull Kid floating above him. I couldn't move, I couldn't press any buttons. All I could do was stare at Link's dead body. After 30 seconds of this, the game simply fades out with the message, "You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you?" before kicking you out of the title screen. Upon getting back to the title screen and starting again, I noticed my save file was no longer there. Instead of Link, it was replaced with "Your turn." Your turn had 3 hearts, 0 masks, and no items. I selected Your Turn, and immediately when I was returned to the clock tower rooftop scene of my Link dead and the Skull Kid hovering over it, with the Skull Kids looping again and again, I quickly hit the reset button, and when the game booted up again, there was one more save file added below Your Turn, entitled Bin. Bin's save file is right back where it was before I deleted it, at the stone tower temple with the moon almost crashing. I turned the game off at that point. I'm not superstitious, but this is way too fucked up even for me. I haven't played it at all today. Hell, I didn't even get any sleep last night. I kept hearing the reverse song of healing music in my head and just remembering the sense of dread. I felt exploring Clocktown. I drove back to the old man's house today to ask him some questions with a buddy of mine. No way I was going there alone, only to find that there's a for sale sign in front yard, and when I rang the door, no one was home. So now I'm back here writing down the rest of my thoughts and recording what happened. Sorry if some of this has grammatical errors and whatnot. I'm running on no sleep here. I understand. I'm terrified of this game, even more so now that I've relived it in a second time writing this all down. But I feel that there's still more to it than meets the eye, and that there's something calling me to investigate this further. I think Ben is something in the equation. Excuse me. But I don't know what. And if I could get a hold of the old man, then I would be able to find some answers. I need another day or so to recuperate before tackling this game again. It's already taken a toll on my sanity, I feel like. But next time I do this, I'm going to be recording my footage all the way through. The idea to record only came to me towards the end, so if you see the last few minutes of what I did, including Skull Kid and the elegy statue, so you see the last few minutes of what I did, but it's on YouTube here. I'm going to stay in this thread for a little while longer before I fall asleep to answer any questions you guys might have.
So watch the video now.
Okay, yeah, you gotta watch the video. So this is apparently what was happening to him. Oh, yeah.
I don't like it.
Creepy.
I hate them. The fuck? Should I get the fuck out?
Get the fuck out.
Oh my god. Is that Skull Kid?
Oh, here it comes. Don't make him angry. Hmm.
Hmm. Damn.
Creepy. And he's back. Hmm. So. Right back to where he was. Couldn't even get out of there. Brutal.
Brutal, dude.
That's weird.
Yeah. Creepy.
You've met with a terrible fate, haven't you? Creepy. Oh shit.
Are they gonna show Ben?
Why is this have to pop up here? That was it.
Wait. It should show a Ben, right?
Oh, yeah.
Ben's save file.
Ben. Ben's back.
Creepy.
Alright. Well, that was Ben drowned.
That one was, yeah, that one.
And there's more to that one as well. But I think we'll leave it. We'll leave it there. That was creepy enough. Alright. Do you want to, read the Slenderman one?
Like me personally read it? No.
Why not?
Because.
This one's not that long. Well, you're gonna have to play the game.
Earl can't read it, it's scary.
It's scary.
Scary. Yeah. I guess I'll read it for you. But you get to play the video game. Which will be fun to watch. Alright. Here we go. So this is Slendy Boy. This is what started it all off. I think this is the original story. And here we go. After waking up with a jolt, the girl laid in bed for a few seconds longer. Oh. Dropping everything. Reaching over to switch on her bedside lamp, she tried to remember exactly what had stolen her sweet slumber away. When she couldn't, the brunette swung her legs over to the side of the bed and heaped herself up. Checking time on her phone, she snorted when she saw it was midnight, the witching hour. Knowing that sleep would only evade her, she left her bedroom for the kitchen, a good cup of coffee on her mind. As she passed by her front door, a chill spread like liquid fire down her spine. It's only winter, she told herself, focusing again on the coffee plan, measuring out scoops, water, and preparing her cup for her in her cup for her occupied.
Kept her occupied.
Kept her occupied. Sorry. But as the dark liquid boiled, she had nothing left to keep her mind from wandering off. The chill returned, and she couldn't help but glance behind her to the front door. It stood there, innocently enough, just like always. The deadbolt was still in place, and she could see nothing amiss with it. Turning back to her coffee, she did her best to forget about that feeling. With her cup in hand, she started going back towards her bedroom. As she walked by the front door, she noticed that she decided that a quick glance out the peephole would calm her restless mind. The chill worsened.
I don't think I've ever read any of the Slenderman stories. The pastor mostly just thrived on the classic pictures and the games mostly.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, this one was like the original big story or whatever. Sorry. With her cup in hand, she started back towards the bedroom. Wait, where was it? Okay. The chill worsened with each step she took towards the door and further away from the safety and warmth of her blankets. She pressed her empty hand against the cold metal door and took a deep breath before leading her eye to the peephole. At first she could only see an inky blackness that somehow seemed to swirl in itself. When she blinked in surprise, the void melted away. She wished it hadn't. In its place, there stood what she could only guess was once a man. The limbs were long and inhumanly awkward, with bulky joints branching off into several arms, not unlike the branches of a tree. The creature was draped in a black suit, somehow making the thing more nightmarish to her. The icing on the proverbial cake, however, was what passed as the hellish thing's face. It was as though her mind blurred the ghastly visage to spare itself further shock and horror. She shoved herself away from the door, and with the hand still pressed against it. The scalding mug of the coffee fell, the liquid burning her bare legs as she fell backwards and tried to crawl away from the door. She knew somehow that her mind hadn't been playing tricks on her. As she walked away from the door, she watched as tendrils as black as the void she first saw snake around through the cracks. The girl was trapped between the instinct to flee and the gut feeling not to turn her back on the door. When the door jolted, the urge to flee overcame her, and she slipped in the burning liquid as she tried to make it back to her room. She knew deep down that she was trapping herself in a corner, but she had to get away from the door. The girl was halfway down the hallway when she heard the previous locked door creak open. She screamed and slipped into a wall, cracking her chin on it and stunning her. After that, there was only blackness. Nicole? A warm male voice snapped. The woman... God, I am just... Sorry. Just butchering all of this. It's like all smushed together for me. Nicole! A warm male voice snapped the woman out of her trance. As she turned around, she was met by one of her sister's doctors. She nodded, not sure if she could say anything.
SMH, I'm gonna break into your house and take over the narration.
I know. I hope you would. I'm just had a couple drinks. And on top of that too, I'm trying to read from this angle and I'm like, it's kind of hard to see a little bit. But
you're almost done, it looks like.
We're almost done. Sorry. She nodded, not sure if she should say anything, or even if she had her voice. God,
I actually used to do an occasional creepypasta reading segment on my stream a long time ago, lol.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's cool. I just got to get back into it. I mean, I got to get back into the reading. Okay. Or even if she could find her voice, if she had... See, the thing is, they don't use commas enough. They don't use... Or even if she could find her voice, if she did have something to say. even if she could find her voice if she had something to say. See, that sentence just doesn't make a whole lot of sense. It's like fucking with my brain. That morning, she had gotten an urgent phone call from the hospital saying that her sister Lindsay was there. There's proper use of commas. There you go. Before they had even let her see her, the doctors had pulled her off to the side and insisted.
Listen, these are randos on internet forums, not university SSMH.
I know. You're right. You're right. Okay, before they had even let her see her, the doctors had pulled her off to the side and insisted that they talk to her about what might have happened. Phrases like self-inflicted and assault had been thrown around, and Nicole felt her mind reel. She still hadn't fully understood what they had been saying until she saw Lindsay with her own eyes. Her little sister had a bandage wrapped around her head, covering both of her ears as well as her eyes. They said it was to keep her now deadened eyes from drying out, and to keep her to try to keep infections out of the wounds Lindsay had made to her ears. The doctor had guessed that either she or someone had jammed a pencil into them to keep her off balance or to deafen her against something else. There was the mix of the first and second degree burns on her hands, legs, and feet from what was assumed to be coffee. The coffee her neighbors found slipped all over the entry to her apartment. As Nicole walked into her sister's hospital room for the first time, she thought she had spied the silhouette of a man in the window. That, she knew, wasn't possible. Her sister's room was on the 3rd story of the hospital. Oh, that was the end. Okay.
That's it. Good job, babe.
Suffered through that one. Jesus Christ. Now you get to play. Well, okay. So that was the creepypasta, and we have some accompanying.
Scroll down for the classic pictures.
Yes. So these are the classic pictures. You can't get any bigger, but you see, right here, and then right here.
Okay.
So there he is. There's the Slendy boy. And then we'll go ahead and close out of that. So that's the creepypasta. And then we thought this was crazy. This was an article that's on Creepypasta about the girls. Slenderman stabbing verdict. Anissa Wire found mentally ill.
Holy shit, I forgot about the Slenderman stabbing.
Yeah, they killed 4 Slenderman.
Yeah. Anissa Wire, Wisconsin. She's from Wisconsin. Wisconsin girl who lured a classmate off to the woods to be used as a sacrificial lamb to Slenderman was found to be mentally ill during the attack. Oh, no shit. You mean the one who led someone off to be slaughtered?
They actually had a Law and Order episode about it.
Yeah, Wire admitted she practiced in the heinous crime because she was paying homage to Slenderman, a fictitious character made popular by Creepypasta internet meme originated by the user Eric Knudsen. Oh! Wait! Eric Knudsen! Wait, a fictional character made popular by Creepypasta internet originated by the user Eric Knudsen. Fuck! Down the rabbit hole? That's Eric Knudsen.
Wow.
I think. I'm pretty sure that's Eric Knudsen.
Slenderman?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
That's crazy. Small world. Weir, a big fan of the supernatural character, became obsessed with it and decided to show her devotion by committing the crime.
That's Frederick Knudsen, buddy, smiley face.
Frederick Knudsen, right? Not Eric. Sorry. You're right.
It does say Eric,
Frederick.
though.
Yeah. Frederick and Eric.
But the other
is
you're
Frederick.
About,
Close. Close. They got similar name. They got similar letters. He's got all the same letters in there. It's just more letters than Frederick. You know what I mean? Here. Get this on here.
I just don't know how to express myself sometimes when I need to be properly different. Fuck.
Yeah, the stabbing took place in 2014 when she was only 12. Weir and her friend Morgan Geyser lured their classmate Peyton Lautner into the woods and stabbed her 19 times. Lauren was seriously injured and barely survived. Wow, she survived.
She survived.
Holy shit. After 19 stabbings.
Wow.
Holy fuck. Weir, now 15, pleaded to being a party to attempted second-degree homicide, and now after 11 hours of deliberations, the jury came back to a verdict. On Friday night, Weir was indeed mentally ill when the attack took place. Wow. Crazy shit, dude.
Time for the game now?
It's time for the game. All right, so do you want to put the game on your screen and you do it on that on your side?
Sure.
Okay. That'll probably work the best.
But I'll have to turn. I'm gonna have to turn.
Okay. So let me go ahead and close out of this. Oh, hang on.
What buttons am I gonna have to use?
WASD. Here, actually, I'll show you. I'll show you real quick.
That's how I move.
Hang on a second.
Why can't they just do the arrows?
Okay, WASD is move.
Mouse is look around.
Use the mouse to look around. Left shift is jogging.
Left shift. There's shift over here. Jeez.
And then left mouse click. So left click mouse click is you pick up pages.
Yeah.
And then right mouse click is flashlight.
Okay.
And then you can zoom in and out with Q and E. Because it's WASD and then Q and E are right beside it.
Okay. I'm gonna try to remember.
Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and do this. So what we'll do is, hang on a second. Go ahead and let me change the computer screen to this one. Okay. Put this over here, and we will. Oh, hey Zoe. I'm gonna do windowed. All right, are you ready? All right, let's get some spooky on. It's spooky time.
Oh God.
All right, hang on. Okay, now let me just make sure this is working. All right, and we'll get chat. We'll move chat back. Well, should we leave chat on the left or right side?
Probably right there, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, that's probably fine. All right.
Okay.
Oh, and here, I'll tell you what, real quick. I'll put this back up on the screen for you. So it's right there. All right, there you go. All right, baby.
I'm scared. Okay. I think I've seen someone play this before.
Yeah. God, I remember this so fondly.
Flashlight is R or F.
Right click. Or F.
Oh God.
Zoe.
Oh.
Mama's busy.
How do I sprint?
Left shift. But when you sprint,
Yeah, you
can't.
can't use the flashlight. Oh God, I don't like this.
So you gotta look for these notes,
Mhm.
and they're always around like kind of like landmarks. So like that tree in front of you.
Yeah.
That's all. That dead one.
Uh-huh.
I think there's a note on there somewhere.
You think on this tree?
Oh, look on the left side.
Oh, I see. Leave me alone. Oh god. Oh god.
Ooh, she got our page.
She got the page.
I'm scared.
June, have you played this before?
I don't like the music.
7 to go, smiley face.
7 to go.
Oh, of course, dude, this is a classic.
Yeah.
Nothing over here. Did I go a different way, babe?
Oh,
He's coming, he's coming!
Turn around.
He's coming! Fuck me. Oh god, what is this?
A building. You have to go in there for notes.
I don't wanna.
The ambient music from YouTube is kinda messing with the vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Here, pause it real quick. Hit exit.
I don't know how.
Here, I'll do it. Okay. Hang on a second. Wait, why is the mouse all fucky? Ah, god damn it! It's locked. It's locked to the screen. Fucking hell, though. Come on.
Give Earl a moment for her heart rate to calm down, lol.
Well,
Also try pressing start.
hang on, hang on. I'll just do this. Alt tab.
There's the mouse.
Okay. There we
So
go.
I'm busy.
Okay, babe. You ready?
More?
Mm.
I don't like this because I'm gonna be. He's gonna show up. Okay, that's not helping.
Sorry.
Creeping me out.
I'm sorry.
Are you sure there are notes in here?
There should be one note in there somewhere.
Sorry.
It's okay.
I think the locations might be randomized.
But they're always around certain things. Yeah, yep, come back in. It's gonna be in one of those rooms.
My flashlight dying?
To the right. Yeah. Wait, look on the wall. To the right. Look to your left. Oh, I saw it up there.
What was that sound? Oh.
Note.
Don't look or it takes you.
They're probably just ISNT1 in the bathroom this run.
No.
Oh, NVM.
Yeah.
NVM.
He's right there. Two out of 8.
Oh god. I don't like that. Oh my god. It's so scary.
Do you want to try it one more time?
No.
One more time.
Okay.
One more time. Spooky scary.
Fun fact, this game got a sequel, spiritual successor, reboot.
Yeah, isn't it on Steam?
Oh god.
See, I mean, the reboots and stuff are pretty cool, but, like, you just can't beat the original. Like, even though this one's kind of shit, honestly.
Yeah, it's called The Arrival.
Yeah. But even though this one's kind of shit, like, it's, you know, not the best game out there, it's still... The simplicity makes it spooky. What if you collect all 8 notes?
I'm not going to.
Come on, babe.
There's no way.
We should make forcing Earl to play horror games a regular thing.
Yes. Yes, I completely agree. You know what else you should play, babe, at some point? Dead Space.
I knew you were going to say Dead Space.
Yes. June, what do you think? Make Earl play Dead Space?
At least in Dead Space you can defend yourself, lol.
Very
That's true.
We do have Amnesia as well now on the Switch.
Yeah.
Which, since it's on the Switch, there you go.
Yeah, I got Amnesia. Oh god. He's gonna be here. Is that me breathing? Because I can't run anymore.
Yeah, that's you. Yeah, your running only goes for so long.
Oh.
There is a note somewhere around
Where?
here. No, I mean somewhere around these canisters.
Well, that's why I'm looking, babe.
Yeah, I just... Sorry, trying to help. Oh, I see it. Oh, no. Go back. Turn left. Left. No, left. You turned right.
Sorry.
Go. There you go.
He's gonna be here.
Earl, whenever the music starts up. Okay, to the left is the house, by the way.
I don't want to go in there.
I don't want to go in there.
That's where he is. I'll just always forever get 2.
Nothing scares Earl more than a drum.
Yeah. Alright. I'm gonna get this one and then he's gonna kill me.
It could be in any of the rooms, so you have to check them all.
She has to play until she gets at least 3.
No. No, June, that's evil.
I believe you, babe. I believe in you.
I can't. Dude, you need to stop. Because we're gonna have to run out of here. Did I check this one already?
No, you didn't. Pro tip, if you turn slowly and you start to see static...
No, I know, but last time
if you face away from him...
Oh, right. I looked at him.
Yep.
You're
You already
so
checked that
right.
way.
Well, which way do I go?
Go back. Through there. Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, run. Go out.
I'm trying.
Okay.
Oh, God.
Okay, just book it out of there.
Okay.
Just go that way. It's okay if you walk slowly and you just don't look at them. My heart rate.
Earl screaming scared me more than the skinny
I'm
man.
so sorry. I can't help it. It just comes out, and the mic is right there.
Okay, go to the right a little bit. Keep turning to the right. Wait, okay, keep going that way. You just need to come back out onto the path. Okay, yep. Wait, no, you're good. See, there's a path there.
Okay, now what?
Go down that way. What? Is that the tree? No, that's not the tree. It's hard to see.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the tree? No, that's not it. Look to your left a little bit. Yes, okay, over there.
It's gonna be
It's a big rock. It's gonna be somewhere on that rock face. Actually, I think there's 3 rocks.
I think it's a silo.
Wait. Yeah, oh, it's a silo, that's right. You zoomed in.
I don't know how to zoom out.
E. There you go.
Q.
Oh, sorry. E is in, Q's out. There it is. Okay, no, other way. Don't look that way. Don't look that way.
Where do I go, babe?
Just to the left. Oh, that's the fence line. Shit. You have to go that way. Or back. Yeah, go that way.
I'm forgetting to breathe.
Oh, go left. Right. Oh shit! Right there.
Where do I go?
Just keep walking. Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
Oh my god. I hate it. I'm not on the path anymore, am I?
No, but it's okay. Just keep on walking. You just don't want to find the fence line because you don't want to get stuck against the fence. Oh shit! You're
not going in there. What about? Is that it?
I'm not sure. Just be careful when you're looking around.
Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
I dare you to look behind yourself.
No.
Just wheel right around. Double take.
I don't like this music. Will I find a note here?
I think so. I think it's on the back. There it is.
Okay, 3. I can stop now, right? Can I stop? He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. He's coming.
He's always coming, babe.
Go until you die.
Okay, I'm like dying. I need a pad.
Look away, look away.
Oh god.
He's getting angry. You're taking all his notes. You worked so hard on all those notes.
Shut up, he's gonna find us.
Well, don't hold down shift.
I'm terrified. He needs to run.
The longer you hold down shift, he's not gonna be able to run. Or she. Girl. Love you, girl.
Getting back on the path. I don't know where to.
Yeah, at some point, if you do want to get all the pages, you'll have to go back in the building.
I'm not getting all the pages. He won't let me stay on the path. I hate this.
You're doing good. You're doing really good so far.
Oh no.
You back to the truck.
Yeah.
Go back down that way then, 'cause that's the way you
This way?
Surprised we haven't found that tree yet. The dead tree. It's just me, or is that light getting like duller?
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Should I go this way?
If you find a fourth page, you'll resub.
You'll resub?
Oh.
Shit.
Don't do me like that, June. I don't want to find a fourth page.
You got this, babe.
I can't. Uh-oh.
Right click, like off the flashlight for a second. Okay, click it back on. Okay, never mind. I thought maybe that would work.
If she finds all 8 pages, he'll gift 5 subs LMAO.
No, that's not happening.
We can only dream.
Should I go this way? I can't tell. Oh god. What's this? No.
The building.
No. Okay. I'm doing it. I'm being a kamikaze. I'm gonna go in here, try and find the fourth page, and then die.
We're getting that resub.
Yeah, the resub. Yep. So here I go. I'm gonna die.
Okay, turn slowly. When you turn, you know. I mean, as long as it doesn't start to static.
Well, usually it's the static after I grab the paper.
Ooh, baby.
Come on.
Not there.
Ooh, baby. How tense is this, right?
I hate this so much.
Sorry.
I can't breathe.
Oh. Back away. Back away. Turn around. Other way. Other
How
way.
do I get in there?
Go in. No. Did you go in that way? Go in the other way. Like try that.
But he's gonna be here. It's in that room.
Try to go back in there. Like try. Maybe he's disappeared.
My heart's pounding so fast. I'm gonna have a heart attack. The fuck?
Did it go out?
Yes.
Oh my god. Go in there. Go in there.
I don't want to.
Is the note in there?
No.
Oh no. You don't see the note anywhere?
No.
Fuck.
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
Oh my god. Now I don't have a fucking flashlight. What the hell is this bullshit? Oh my god.
Oh my god, this is horrible.
I can't fucking see anything.
Wait a second. Can hit F.
Oh god.
Damn.
Am I outside now? I'm outside now.
Wait. Sorry,
Oh,
that
you
was me.
moved
That was
me.
me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Damn, there's no way to I don't think you can get your flashlight battery back. He's in there. Oh, he's there. He's there. Oh no! All right.
Okay, at least it's over. It's over.
Oop, you got.
I'm out. I'm out.
Got. My goodness.
Oh god, I hate that game.
All right. Well, that
oh
was
my god.
well. That was nuts. Here, let's go ahead and get this moved back around. Oh shit. Oh shit.
That's terrifying.
All right. Here we go. Oh, still wrong. Well, damn, that was fun.
That was terrifying.
Terrifying and fun. Well, that was yeah, that was the first Slenderman game ever. What a classic.
What do we
You're a
have
trooper,
planned
babe. I'm proud of
next?
you. We have planned next. Well, I don't know. Did you want to read any more copypastas, or are you done? Is that it? Okay.
I got you. I subbed anyway.
Aww.
Yay, June! Thanks, June.
Thank you so much.
Even though I failed, I'm sorry.
Oh, you know what? We're so crappy. Because we didn't put a
Oh wow, you.
we didn't put the little sub thing on the deep dive thing. Oh, June. I'm so sorry.
Man, it didn't pop up. It's okay though. We love you and we appreciate you.
Here, we'll go back and we'll do one of these things just anyway.
Yay!
You're goddamn right you do.
I know. I owe you this. Little Spinda.
Spinda.
Spinda. There he is. Sorry, we'll have to add that in. That's a thank you for kind of pointing that out in a roundabout way.
Man, that was scary.
Goodness me.
I'm gonna have nightmares tonight. I know it.
Oh yeah, we'll have she'll be kicking and scratching in the middle of the night. For show. Well, that was a pretty good little kind of a deep dive, kind of a little. This is a deep dive into
We should make Earl
Creepypasta.
play Sonic.x.
Make Earl play Sonic.x. Yeah, I mean,
What is that?
that one's not long, is it? It's something real quick, isn't it? How about I play
Next
it?
stream.
Oh shit. How about I play it?
The game version is real short.
Game version. Yeah. Well, isn't it like you download it on the computer? Isn't it like a fucking Trojan horse or some shit? Come on, buddy. What's going on? Sonic. It was trying to make a link. I don't know why I clicked on the link. I'm an idiot. .exe. Can we download this? Yeah. You know what? We'll come back for something like this because I think this is going to be it's going to take some time. I'll tell you what.
I think the real one is on Game Jolt.
Game Jolt. Okay. Well, we'll check it out. We'll check it out another time. Earl here has been pooped out from screaming at Slenderman, and I feel like we got a really good round of creepypastas in there. So I feel pretty good about it. We talked about Jeff the Killer and Been Drowned, which is also super creepy, and Slenderman, the creepiest of them all. And we got to come back. There's another one called The Rake, which June was talking about as well. That's super creepy. I've read that one as well. And then there were some other ones that June mentioned that I kind of remember that we should totally check out. But I kind of feel the same way. I kind of want to go...
Russian sleep experiment fucks.
Yes, the Russian sleep experiment.
Oh, yeah. I love that one.
Want to watch that, or I want to read that one as well, definitely.
That one's good.
Yeah, I kind of want to get in my pajama pants and get in bed and get my Switch out.
Trailer Park Boys and play Minecraft and Dyland.
I've got to finish my I'm making a
Comfy
railway.
Cheese time.
I know.
Yep.
I got to make a railway to my quarry because that way I can ship out massive amounts of a shit.
So what will we be doing tomorrow, babe?
Oh, yeah. So tomorrow, stay tuned because on Discord and Twitter as well, we're going to try to keep everybody updated. We're going to go on a mushroom expedition.
It's Cheese's birthday tomorrow.
Yeah, it's my birthday as well.
So we're doing
that's
whatever
right.
he wants, which of course is mushroom hunt.
Yes, so we're going to go out on a mushroom hunt for my birthday. We're going to try to live stream it. We're going to see what we can do, where we want to go. I don't know if the cell service is going to be the best. But we are going to live stream it. We're going to try to live stream it either way on the Earl and Cheese channel. Because I know I was doing some live streams of my last day at my last job, or my last couple days on my channel, on my Cheeseboyga channel. But we are going to do the mushroom hunt stream on the Earl and Cheese channel. We're going to go out to a little park area way back in the woods. We're going to just piss around in the woods for a hot minute and check it all out, and that will be it. And maybe even what we'll do is like I'll bring something to record. Like I'll bring my phone. We'll record everything, obviously, when we do the stream and whatnot. And then maybe I'll try to record some video as well, or whatever. And then we can try to like edit something together for YouTube.
Yeah.
But either way, we'll have a fun time. The whole point really is just to get out, to explore. If we find some cool mushrooms, I'll document them. If we find anything really cool, we'll talk about it. I know right now there's a lot of mushrooms that have been popping up here and there that I've seen. So I'm excited to see what there is out in the woods. But yeah, we're going to do that tomorrow. And I don't know, what time are you thinking? Start? Try to get there at noon like we're doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that. We'll plan to start the stream for the mushroom hunt at noon.
And then we should maybe do a fun dual stream when we get back.
Sure.
Because I'm betting on it not working.
The stream?
Yeah, I'm thinking it's not going to work. The service is going to be too bad.
Yeah.
So we're going to try it probably a few times and then just give up. And then we'll come back and do a dual stream.
Right. I do want to try to record some stuff, though. So,
well,
like,
yeah, but we can do that. But I just don't think the live stream is going to keep up.
But if we have to, then yeah, we'll live stream some of it, and then if it cuts out too much and it's crap, we'll just keep on recording some stuff ourselves, and then when we get back, we'll like try to make something for YouTube real quick. You know, nothing crazy, but and especially if we don't find anything too, it's not going to be like super crazy. But we just want to get out a little bit of content from this as kind of a sharing of the experience. You know what I mean? So yeah. It'll be fun. And then on that note, I guess we'll go ahead and end it here. Well, thank you everybody for joining us on our super creepy, kooky little deep dive. Put the deep dive window back up.
June and Clippy, thank you for being
CYA
here.
later today.
Later today?
No, tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Yeah, we're
later, guys. Less than 3.
Love you, June.
Love you, June. Good to see you. Yeah, we won't be back. We won't be back for the rest of the day. We're going to go retire to our rooms.
Chillax.
Clippy, are you on the Discord? Because if you're not on the Discord...
Yeah, he's in the Discord.
You're on the Discord? Yeah. Then, just get on the Discord. We'll be on the Discord here and there when we can. Oh, you know what I need to do real quick? Put this back over here. There we go. Okay. So, yeah, we will go ahead and peace out of here, and then, like I said, we will see you all tomorrow back on the stream, hopefully with some mushroom hunting, and if not mushroom hunting, then afterwards we will do a dual stream. We love you all. Thank you all for being here, and we'll see you all later.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Less than 3, less than 3, less than 3, less than 3.